Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, welcome to today's video. In this video, we will continue on our series of Shri Purushottam Maas, the most holiest month. Today, we will be discussing on the fourth way of performing devotional service, the Navavida Bhakti. There are totally nine ways. And today, we will do or discuss on the fourth, which is Pada-Sevanam, worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord. In fact, I wish to call this as staying close enough to be changed, staying under the shelter, under the protection of the Lord. Most people, they want freedom. Nowadays we can see, they want freedom from rules, they want freedom from authority, they want freedom from any commitment, they want freedom from responsibility. Students, they don't want to follow rules and regulations. We standing on traffic signal, we don't want to, before the green light comes, we want to jump the signal. If there is no policeman guarding, we want to jump. If there is no camera, we want to jump. Hardly following rules. Authority? There is so much tax evasions happening there and people not paying the taxes. What is this? This is trying on the path of anarchy, not following authority, not following commitment or not taking responsibility, want to take freedom from that. And they don't want to take responsibility of their marriage life or their children. That is why they don't want to get married at all. Want to live life like animals? This isn't freedom. This is becoming dasa or servant of our senses. The senses are commanding and we are trying to follow or trying to take that path. Spirituality. The real question is not, are you free? In spirituality or spiritually, the real question is, are you sheltered? Or under whose protection are you living your life or leading your life? Under whose guidance are you progressing? This is the essence and the essence of Pada-Sevanam. It is not merely serving the feet. Externally you can be seeing people massaging somebody's feet. No, that is completely external. But choosing what? What divine shelter will your lifestyle, will you take? What you are remaining close to? That is actually Pada-Sevanam. What does it mean? Let's try to get into it. Let's try to see what it, in depth, what is it? Okay, etymological meaning. Pada means lotus feet. And Sevanam means service, rendering a seva. So, this rendering of seva can be seen in different way. Pada-Sevanam can be seen as attendance, can be seen as a care, can be seen as closeness, can be seen as shelter, can be seen as accepting the authority. In Vedic culture, the feet represents shelter, they represent foundation, they represent humility, dainyata. They represent that, are we really humble? Not just externally, but internally. Pada-Sevanam represents direction and sacred proximity. That means staying close, being close to the Lord. That is why devotees pray, Prabhu Tava Pada Juge Mora Nivedana. I know it is going on in your mind. Rasvihari Gopinath Das, stop speaking. Stop singing actually. I love, so try to tolerate that part. Okay, what is the meaning of this? This is a prayer to lotus feet of the Lord. It is not because it is poetic alone. Not because I didn't understand anything but it sounded good. No, not that. Because spiritually, the feet symbolizes the soul is finally sheltered. The scriptural foundation. Let's get into that topic now. Srimad Bhagavatam describes the 9 processes of bhakti. We have discussed this. I'm again emphasizing. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada-Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. Prahlad Maharaj lists Pada-Sevanam, taking shelter or serving the lotus feet of the Lord, as one of the direct limbs of bhakti, of devotional service. But what does it actually looks like in practice? For that, scripture gives remarkable examples. The first foremost example is of goddess Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, and the lotus feet of the Lord. One of the clearest example which stands out from Srimad Bhagavatam, from Padma Purana, or from different scriptures is during the prayers to Lord Krishna after the subduing of Kaliya. Nagapatnis, the wife of Kaliya, serpent, they say, they tell the Lord in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 16 and verse number 36. They say, Kashyanubhava asyo na deva videham vidamahe tva angire renu sparshandi karanaha. They are saying that they glorify the dust of lotus feet of Krishna's. And they are saying, how come this rarest of the rare opportunity is being shown upon Kaliya, who came in a way giving poison to the Vrindavan Vasis, to the friends, relatives, family members, known people, Krishna's own cows. When Kaliya was poisoning them, how then this great fortune of Krishna's feet being blessed on Kaliya came upon? The gopis in Gopi Geet, the song of separation, they sing in chapter 31st, 7th verse of 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. They say, Pranata Dehinam Papakarshanam Tranacharanugam Shri Niketanam Fani Fanarpitam Te Padambhujam Kranakuchekshunah Krandire Chayam. They are bewildered. They are like super confused, and they're saying, Krishna, we don't understand that Shri Niketanam, what is shelter of Shri Lakshmi Devi, that is your feet. Lakshmi Devi is always sheltered at your feet. See, she is serving your lotus feet. Such a great exalted position, and to attain that position, Nagapatani have said that Lakshmi Devi have performed severe austerity, giving up attachment to senses. In complete sense control, Lakshmi Devi performed lots of austerity, and then finally she achieved the service of Krishna's feet. How come Kaliya got this? Krishna is very merciful. And throughout the Vaishnava literatures, Lakshmi Devi is repeatedly described as serving the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Now, why this is profound? Why this is so nice? Because Lakshmi Devi is goddess of fortune. She is the goddess of money. Yet, she is not intoxicated by wealth. This is the trouble with us. When we get money, along with money or position or pratishtha or puja labha, we immediately start getting intoxicated. And that is why people, generally there is this saying, right? That power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. With power, with position, with wealth, with fame, we start getting corrupted. But instead of getting intoxicated, the fortune, Lakshmi Devi itself takes shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. That is Pada-Sevanam. Not getting bewildered, but taking shelter of the Lord. And modern society For them, we can learn. Modern society generally says, run after success. Get your achievements. Take your position. Yes, do it. But Lakshmi Devi is teaching, is adding yet another point. And what is that? Even success should remain at the feet of the Lord. That completely changes the definition of prosperity. Isn't it? Okay, shall I give you the second example, the next example? Okay, here we go. Bharat and the Paduka of Lord Ramachandra. In Ramayana, we learn from Aranyakand, when Bharata could not bring Lord Ramachandra back to Ayodhya. He tried a lot. He tried different ways, but he could not bring back Lord Ramachandra to Ayodhya. He placed the wooden sandals, the Paduka of the Lord on the throne. See, Lord, he could have done this by placing the crown of the Lord, of Lord Ram. Yes, before leaving forest, he was wearing some crown, right? Then he took the Vesha of devotee. Then he took Vesha of a Vairagi. But before going to the forest, he was Rajasi Vesha, no? A kingly Vesh, prince. So he was having crown. So Bharata could place the crown. He did not. Or he could ask, Lord, give your weapon, give your dhanusha or arrows to me. He did not. Or he could take that ring on which Ram is written, a royal symbol. No. The sandals only. Why? Because Bharata understood. And he was worshipping, he was doing Pada-Sevanam. That the kingdom should remain under the lotus feet of the Lord and not under my ego. That was Bharata's concept. For 14 years, he ruled as the servant of the feet of the Lord, of Ramachandra. How amazing are these examples. For 14 years, not for one day or 2 days, day in and day out. This is one of the purest example of Pada-Sevanam in scriptures that we can find. Not emotionally sentimental alone. Forget about the emotional accept, brother, and he is attached to the brother. Forget about that. But look at the practical humility that Bharatlal exemplifies. That Mother Lakshmi exemplifies. The whole world is running after her. Dhanam dehi, jnana dehi, putram dehi, banglo dehi, car dehi, job dehi, promotion dehi, boss ki death, no, something dehi, or our Trump chacha. He wants Iran dehi, Greenland dehi, wo kaun sa tha? Cuba dehi, one more where he captured Mexico dehi, never ending. But everything is under the position of Lakshmi, yet she takes shelter of Krishna's feet, Vishnu's feet. Now, Pada-Sevanam is about positioning. Modern people, they are obsessed over what? They are obsessed about status. They are obsessed about their visibility. They are obsessed about influences. I can be an influencer, or they want followers. We are looking for our Instagram followers. I am not able to go live on Instagram for a simple reason. I don't have 1,000 followers. In one way, we are also looking. I am looking for Seva. And above all, we want to be beyond everyone's reach. That is what modern life has made us. But Pada-Sevanam teaches the opposite spiritual psychology. And what is that? Stay low. Stay low doesn't mean that go under bushes or go under a cave. No, it means keep your ego low enough to remain connected to the blessing, to the grace, to the fortune of the Lord. Like a tree, the tree survives because its roots are, they stay grounded. They are well grounded. So from the tree's example, at least we can understand. If we keep our ego low and we submit in humility, take shelter, be grounded in our Krishna conscious position, then we can sustain the torrents of rain or the heat of summer or the huge blasting wind. we can survive Kam, Krodh, Lobh, greed, anger, lust. The moment the roots are disconnected from the earth, the moment our life is disconnected from the service of Krishna's feet, life dries up. Our bhakti dries up. That bhakti lata, the creeper of bhakti, dries up. Similarly, the soul dries spiritually when disconnected from the divine shelter. Now, a very relatable, deep reality. Shall we? Okay. Look at the modern anxieties. Look at our anxieties, my anxiety. People are mentally exhausted because they are trying to stand alone. Always proving themselves, I am great, I am good, competing. I have to run fast, I have to be better, always performing. In envy. But the soul naturally seeks shelter. Somehow or other, it is our inert nature. You desire or you don't desire. Many people say, I don't want any family because I am emotionally strong. No. By nature, a soul wants companionship, wants shelter. And that is why people become emotionally dependent on relationships, validation, on career, on public image, or even their pets. They want some connection. But when this connection becomes sacred, that is Pada-Sevanam. Pada-Sevanam redirects this tendency towards Bhagavan, not dependence on unstable things, which are there today on mortal or on immortal Lord, the Shashwata, the ever existing and will be existing always. But the shelter in eternal absolute. Now, let's look into the hidden meaning of the dust of lotus feet. We are saying Pada-Sevanam, dust and feet and all that. Let's look into that. As per Vaishnava scriptures, repeatedly they glorify the lotus feet and the dust of the feet of the Lord. If you go to the temple, Vishnu temple, Krishna temple, Ram temple, Narasimha temple, they will give you Charanamrita. What is Charanamrita? It is mentioned, Akal Mrityu Haranam, Sarva Vyadhi Nivaranam, Vishnu Pada Pitva Sirisham Vahami. That after drinking the Charanamrit, we put that Charanamrit on our head. Why? Because this Charanamrita has come from the feet of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Padadaka. It has come from Vishnu's feet. And this is why the greatest Charanamrita is Ganga, and Lord Shiva holds Mother Ganga in his jatas on his head permanently. He is doing Pada-Sevanam in this way. Then foot dust. There is this very amazing shloka. Kripaya tava pada pankaja sthita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya, which is in Sri Chaitanya Shikshashtakam. This is verse number 5. Ainanda tanuja kim karam patitam mam vishame bhavam bhudo kripaya tava pada pankaja sthita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya, which means, oh dear Lord, I have somehow or other fallen into this material existence. I beg, kindly make me situate at the dust of your lotus feet. Sadrishaya. It has to be visible, dear Lord. Pankaja, lotus feet. Dhuli, on the dust. The second one, now the third one. First one is Charanamrita. Second one is the dust of the feet. The third one is walking place of pilgrimage, barefoot. Many devotees, many sampradaya, I will talk about this again. They do parikrama, they visit the holy dham because at that place, Krishna, Ram, or the Lord, Ahobilam Narasimha Dev, Jagannath Puri Lord Jagannath, Dwarika Krishna, Ayodhya Lord Ramachandra has done their pastimes. They have placed their lotus feet over there, and that's why devotees go. And one of the verses which Brajvasis would know while doing parikrama of Govardhan, they say, Govardhan Parikarma De. Girivar ki Parikarma De. How? By starting Manasi Ganga Shri Haridev. Go and Kund Achman kar le, Girivar ki Parikarma kar le. So easy. Another, now the fourth point, that is touching our forehead, our head, submitting ourselves at the floor of the temples, of the dham, in front of the Lord. You have heard this, no? Panchang, Shashtang, Dandavats. Offering Dandavat with our 5 limbs or with our 6 limbs. Mataji's, females, they offer with 5 limbs, and Prabhuji's, we offer like Danda, all the 6 limbs. Which are this? 1, head. 2 are our hands. 3 and, 1 is our head. 2 and 3 are our 2 hands. 3, 4 and 5 are our legs. This is Panchang. For males, for Prabhuji's, which is Shashtang, which is the 6th one, that is their chest and belly. This portion, middle portion. This is how it becomes Shashtanga Dandavat. Then comes the 5th point, that is bowing down in front of devotees. There is a very famous song which says, Hoi Chena, Hoi Bena, Gaurangera Jata Bhakta Gana, Urdu Bahu, Kori Bandan, Sabara Charana. One more. Bhakta Padaduli, Bhakta Padajal, Bhakta Bhunta Uchishta, 18 Mahabal, which says that even the dust of devotees, when we do pranam to that, that is having the most great Mahabal, amazing power, very powerful it is. So, let our modern ego may say this as the symbolic rituals, doing Dandavat or visiting the dham with barefoot. This can be a symbolic ritual as per modern ego, but as per our spirituality, it is trains into something. What is that something which we are getting trained into? That is, we are becoming naturally humble. We are becoming naturally dedicated to the Lord. It is very powerful. Humility through physical submission. Because our actions will turn into our habit. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, Amani naman dena. Do not accept any respect, but give all the respect. The body teaches the mind. When a person bows down daily and serves daily, walks into the sacred spaces daily. Sacred spaces can be dham, can be satsang, can be association, can be your seva. The false ego slowly gets weakness, slowly becomes weakened, and ego vanishes over a period of time. Now, let's get into some practical Pada-Sevanam in our daily life. What can we do? First, serve the sacred spaces, which means try to get into the holiest place. Try to clean temple floors. If you are not able to go to the temple, in your home, in front of the Lord, try to do cleaning seva. Arrange shoes in the temples. Maintain a holy place with cleanliness. It is not a glamorous seva. No, it will not give you, oh, this person, there is comparison most of the time. Oh, this is a great preacher. Oh, he only cleans. But Srila Prabhupada, he established Jayananda Prabhu, one of his disciples, as the Jagannath man. He gave him this name, Ratha man, Jagannath man. Why? He was temple president, but he wasn't just giving classes. He wasn't just ordering people. He was cleaning public toilets of the temple, rendering that humble seva. That is ego purifying seva. Second, what can we do? First one, understood. Entering the sacred space with clearing thing, okay? Now, second, respect the places connected to Bhagavan. We should not treat the temples or dham of the Lord or the scriptures or Tulsi or devotees casually. We should treat them with utmost respect. Bhagavatam establishes this point, and Chaitanya Charitamrita establishes this point, that Krishna has many limbs, that is his temple, his holy dham, the scripture Srimad Bhagavatam, Tulsi Devi, Ganga, and all the holy rivers are included in Ganga, okay? And devotees. Pada-Sevanam includes honoring what has been touched by the Lord, and that is called Tadiya, that which belongs to the Lord. Tadera Charan Seva Bhakta Sane Bhas. What belongs to the Lord, I will serve that. Third point, physically bowing down daily. We should try to take this as a practice. Everyone should sincerely do pranam, and that will change consciousness. Initially, it will be little mechanical. It has to be. But over a period of time, that will change, and the ego resists bowing down. That is exactly why this will transform the ego into false ego. It will become pure ego. For more tips, how to do this, please read a song by one of the devotee. His name is Devkinandan Das Thakur. Okay, not the modern, nowadays there is one more devotee, Devkinandan Thakur. He gives Bhagavatam Kathas. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about a Devkinandan Thakur who lived 500 years ago. You can search of his song on Google, on internet. The song's official name is Vaishnava Vandana. And it starts with Vrindavana Vasi Jata Vaishnavera Gana Urdhvabahu Kori Bandhan Sabara Charana. Please read. This is an amazing song. Fourth tip. Walk towards sacredness. We already heard, serve the sacredness. Now let's walk into it. Which means pilgrimage should also be a form of Pada-Sevanam, because the Lord performed his pastimes there, right? If you are not able to go to any dham like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, at least go to temples nearby. There are ISKCON temples mostly in every city, and ISKCON devotees mostly in every village. Go, have their sangha. Actually, in many traditions, devotees, they walk barefoot to the holy places. Like Ramanujacharya, he took the whole journey on his knees while going to Tirumala Tirupati hill. Why? Because devotion is not only intellectual. Devotional involves bodily practices too. Fifth, stay spiritually grounded. And how can we do that? Before major decisions, ask yourself, will this bring me closer to Krishna's lotus feet? Will it enhance my devotional service? Will it make me happen Pada-Sevanam? Or no? That principle is called as Anukulyasya Sankalpaha. Do only those tasks which are favorable to Bhakti, and reject Pratikulyasya Vivarjanam. Reject what is unfavorable. This single question can prevent us from many disasters in our Bhakti life. The psychological power of Pada-Sevanam? Let's look into it. You become like what you stay near. If consciousness constantly stays near pride, lust, anger, arrogance, material obsession, it will absorb those qualities. Understand our mind, our consciousness like a foam. It will absorb the water, it will absorb the, I forgot the word. So it will absorb, in Hindi I am able to remember, nami. What is it called in English? But if we stay in association of devotees, saintly association, holy places, or we do render Lord service, that will change our inner consciousness naturally, not artificially. Swataha it will happen. Association will shape our identity. It will make your character. My final realization. The world teaches us, rise higher than everyone. Bhakti, Lakshmi Devi, Bharat Maharaj, they are teaching, yes, do it, but add what? Your sacred place. Find the right place to bow. Take shelter. Follow the authority. Because the person who learns to live near the Lord's lotus feet may externally look weak, but internally becomes spiritually unshakable. Even there can be landslides in Himalaya. Like devotees, they do Char Dham Yatra, Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath. There may be landslides, they have seen this. But when you take shelter, you will be unshakable Himalaya. Very much grounded. And that is Pada-Sevanam. Choosing the divine shelter over our independent ego and remaining close enough, the closest to Bhagavan, for the soul to be transformed, for our consciousness to be transformed. What is the example? Yatte sujata charanam bruhiham staneshu. This is from the last verse of Gopi Geet. I will not explain the meaning of this. This becomes your homework. Please try to go through and see how the greatest of devotees, even the gopis or the wives of Krishna or Hanumanji, you can read Sundarakand, Hanuman was not getting up when Lord Ramchandra tried. He was like pulling literally up. Hanuman, I want to embrace you. He was not leaving. Lord Ramchandra gave lots and lots of gifts to everyone. Nothing remained for Hanuman. Finally, that story comes. But Hanuman said, I want only this desire, that these 2 feet of yours are my permanent address. That is it. Hare Krishna. Let us all take Pada-Sevanam also in our life. Start worshipping the Lord. Giving our ego of space and making it sacred. Hope to see you in the next video. Till then, keep chanting, keep glorifying the Lord, keep serving the Lord. Hare Krishna. Shri Purushottam Maas ki jai. Shri Pada-Sevanam ki jai. Lakshmi Devi, Bharat Maharaj, Hanuman ji, Gopiyon ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.